Yo ho, mateys! It's time to set sail once again with the Pirates of the Caribbean on stranger tides. Hi everyone, I'm Ben Maiden and welcome to Entertainment Zone. I'm here today to review the fourth instalment in the Pirates of the Caribbean saga on Stranger Tides. It was released here in the UK today, May 18th. So this is an opening day review, and the review will contain no spoilers. I'm not planning to really discuss any spoilers, and if I do decide to mention any spoilers, you will be warned in advance, so don't worry, but I don't see myself talking too much about spoilers in this video. So let's kick off our review. Now, the film follows on from the end of Pirates 3 and sees Jack off to find the Fountain of Youth, but it starts with Jack in London and Gibbs getting arrested and locked away. And Jack is basically on the run. And he comes across Barbossa, who is working for the king at the beginning of the movie. So he's a bit shocked to see that. But anyway, Jack goes on the run, and it's not long before he bumps into Angelica, and soon sets sail with her and Blackbeard on a mission to find the Fountain of Youth. Though Jack has his own reasons for wanting to find the Fountain of Youth, as does Angelica, as does Blackbeard, and as does Barbossa, because he's looking for it too. So everyone's got their own agendas going on. And it's a question of who can you really trust in this movie, especially with Angelica. She's a bit of an old flame to Jack, so can he trust her? Throughout the whole movie, you'll be asking that question: can you trust her? And what is everyone's incentives? It's a pretty straightforward story, and as the trailers have shown, there's mermaids, zombies, and obviously pirates, and it is really straightforward, back to basics for Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a lot like the first one, and I think they wanted to play it safe after Pirates 3, or I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, I think they wanted to play it safe, and it's just an exciting adventure. Soon as Jack goes on the run from London, which is about 10 minutes in or something like that. It's straight into the action, and the story goes on from beginning to end. I think it's the shortest Pirates film yet. It's just over 2 hours, I think. And I really just did enjoy it. It was a fun movie, and when you first see Jack, swashbuckling towards the beginning of the film, I couldn't help but have a smile and thought, yeah, Jack is back. He's such a cool character. And so we have Jack and Angelica, Penelope Cruz, and her father Blackbeard. So they're the core cast, along with Geoffrey Rush as Barbossa. And we have a whole host of other new characters too. Not as important, but they're there. There's like a cleric and one important mermaid. And also returning Kevin McNally as Gibbs. He's great to see as ever. He's a big part of Pirates. And Keith Richards was back as well for a scene. He was one of the best things about the third one, Keith Richards, so I'm pretty glad that he came back. And the acting in the movie was pretty top-notch. Let's start with the man himself, Johnny Depp. He's a legend. He's one of the best actors on the face of the earth, in my opinion. And I don't think anyone could do Jack Sparrow bar Johnny Depp. He is just brilliant, and he's still got it in this movie. He can still play Jack, just so funny. He's great. Penelope's great as well. Penelope, again, she's always been great, but she was really good in this as Angelica. And delivered a really strong performance, much better than Keira Knightley's in my opinion. I'm not a big Keira fan, and to be honest I didn't really miss her or Orlando Bloom. So yeah, I enjoyed her. She was a welcome addition to the cast, and she had great chemistry with Johnny, so it was great. And then Ian McShane. Now I'm not going to lie, I'm not too familiar with Ian McShane. I know he's famous in his own right, but I haven't seen much of his work. So I didn't really know what to expect. But I was pleasantly surprised. He's a welcome addition to the cast. You know, he fit right in, and you know, he was a villain, but I couldn't help but like him as well. He was a really cool character, much like Barbossa as well. Geoffrey Rush back, great. The man's a legend. He deserves to be an Oscar-winning actor, Geoffrey Rush, absolutely. And you know, he was great in Pirates. He was. Barbossa was great with his peg leg in this film. But yeah, Blackbeard, you know, is just as equal as Barbossa to me. I just think McShane got it spot on, and you know, there's moments where you just think, oh my god, you know, he'll do stuff, Blackbeard, and it's just like with no remorse, and you're just like, whoa. But I couldn't help but like him, even though he's like a villain, you know. It was pretty cool. And as I said, there's new characters as well, Philip and Serena. Now Philip is a cleric and Serena is a mermaid. Sam Claflin plays Philip, and Astrid Burgess Frisbee Serena. And they had their own little subplot going on, a bit of a romantic subplot. It wasn't really important, but it was kind of like, right, okay, you know, it felt a bit unnecessary for me. It's like, oh, we've had this for 3 Pirates films, a romance, so do we really need another one? The flirtation between Jack and Angelica is surely enough, but you know, it was a little subplot, it was there, but it didn't take you too much out of the movie. But as I said, it was there. I didn't think it really needed to be, but the acting from them was good enough. So hey, the acting from everyone in this film was top notch. So that is something that I just can't knock. Everyone gave great performances, and you can just tell watching the film that they enjoy making this film. And you know, Johnny Depp, Geoffrey Rush, this is their 4th Pirates film now, and you can just see that they still have fun making it, which is just a delight to watch. And other things in terms of the movie as well, its comedy was still there. There was a lot of quippy one-liners, the majority from Jack, no surprise. I didn't feel it was as humorous as the earlier entries of the Pirates of the Caribbean saga, but the humour was still there, though. Lots of funny lines were in the trailers, so I kind of knew what to expect. But you know, there is still humour there, as well as the action and you know, that romantic subplot that I mentioned. Also, in terms of plot as well, what I want to mention is that I'm not going to discuss anything about the ending, because as I said, I'm not going into spoilers. But the end of the film does end nicely. Can I say it could be an end to the series. It could just be like, right, that's it, it's all tied up now. But it does leave the possibility of future Pirates films, but without setting anything up in the way that Dead Man's Chest did. So still up in the air, you know, for Disney, but I have a feeling we'll be seeing Jack at least once more. But yeah, On Stranger Tides, like the first movie, was really a standalone film, and it works. Visually as well, it is amazing. It does look really, really good. Because there is a new director on board, Rob Marshall. He's done films like Memoirs of a Geisha, Chicago, and I think 9 as well. And so when I first heard he was going to be doing Pirates, I thought, oh, oh. But he actually has done a really good job, and I think even from the trailer I knew he'd do a good job. So he was a welcome addition to the crew, and you know, in some of the Pirates films, especially like 2 and 3, some of the action was so fast that it was like, oh my god, I can't even see what's going on. That's not the case in here. You can really just soak it up and enjoy. It was visually stunning, and I think that's one of the things about Pirates of the Caribbean that makes it great. You know, we've got great characters, you know, like Jack. We've got great stories, minus the third film, and you know, it is visually pleasing to watch. So I'm glad that that the high standard visually has been kept in this instalment. And then there's the 3D. Um, Now, when I first saw the trailer for this in 3D, it was actually on the Tron Legacy 3D Blu-ray, and it looked brilliant on the 3D TV. It looked really, really good. And then I think I saw it in 3D when I went to see Thor in 3D, and again it looked really good. But the actual film, the 3D kind of underwhelmed me. It wasn't as impressive, but whether that's the cinema's fault, I don't know. But I was kind of like, maybe. I don't know. But it was. I do think Pirates of the Caribbean benefits from 3D, and I think with more work they could just get it even better and better. Because the 3D was depth 3D, and for a big film like this, you know, you've got jungles, the ocean, caves, all sorts, you know, and the 3D really, really works well for a film like that. And you know, the depth 3D was a good idea, but there was a couple of out at the screen moments. Not very many though. They weren't trying to make this gimmicky. Now a film like this, you could think you could have swords coming out, things jumping out at your cannons, all sorts. You might think, oh god, this is just going to be, but it really, really wasn't. But the moments where they were coming out at you, they were cool. So the 3D, I'd say, was average. So all in all, I am glad that Pirates of the Caribbean's back. I love the franchise, you know. You know, whilst the third one isn't the greatest, you know, I still watch it. You know, I watch them all over and over again. I do love the franchise, and it was great to have it back. I think it's been something like 4 years now since Pirates 3, and it was just great to see another adventure. And you know, as I said, it was like, oh, Jack's back. And you know, Jack's always been the most popular character, and now he really gets to take centre stage in this film, and that's just great. The story is quite simple and straightforward, but it keeps you going, and it went by pretty quickly as well, I will admit that. And you know, I've shared my thoughts on the 3D, and so all in all, me personally, I've always said Dead Man's Chest, the second film, is my favourite, with the first one in second place and then the third one in bottom place. The fourth one I'd probably tie with the first one or just below. I do think Dead Man's Chest is still the greatest. I love it. I do admit, you know, there are some characters like Mackenzie Crook's character, you know, with the eyeball, and Norrington as well, that it's sad that they're not in this instalment, but hey, you know, what can you do? But yeah, A Dead Man's Chest will always be my favourite, I think, of Pirates of the Caribbean. But you know, this is a lot like the first one, which is good. It was just a good, fun movie. So if you love Pirates of the Caribbean, and you know, you love the first one at least, then I definitely think you'll enjoy this movie. And it's something for people of all ages, you know, families will enjoy it, you know, the kids will love it, and the grown-ups too. So it's well worth going to the cinema and checking out. So if you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, leave a comment and let me know what you thought about the film. Do you agree or disagree with any of my points, or have you got any other points that you'd like to share? If you want to know anything about the film, feel free to inbox me. Probably best not to do it via comments, just so people can avoid spoilers just for now. It seems it is release week. And Do you want to see more Pirates films? Let me know that in the comment too. And to be sure to never miss an edition of Entertainment Zone, be sure to subscribe. I'm so happy to have you watching today. And, I hope you enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean as much as I did. So, speak to you soon, guys. Hey, me again. Just wanted to let you know before I go, because I know this question might get asked. Um, is there a post-credit scene? Well, I actually couldn't stick around afterwards to find out, but since then I have found out that there is a post-credit scene. You can find out on IMDb, or I'm sure one of the websites by now, what that is, or feel free to inbox me to ask. But yes, there is a post-credit scene. So enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean and speak soon. Don't forget to subscribe.